Why is my dick so small?
Connery, god damn it. Why'd you play that? I'm sorry, Shotty. I'm gonna pee my pants. I totally got you on that one. Connery, this is the sports section. We're not trying to be too juvenile. Did I get your panties in a bunch there, Scotty? I love it. Connery, please, enough. Oh, do you need a tissue to go cry into? Anyway, guys, it's going to be a great show. Cannot freaking wait. Today's show is, we're broadcasting. Oh, I'm all flustered. Thanks, Connery. You're welcome there, honey bunny. We're broadcasting from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com to get that all that junk removed from your house, your business, whatever. They're there in a jiffy, some might say. Hey, Scotty, maybe don't ad-lib. Shut up, Connery. You screwed me up with that soundbite. Hey, what soundbite was that, Scotty?
Why is my dick so small?
You're such a dickhead. Anyway, guys, it's going to be a great show. We're going to be going around the world of sports. Big news coming up in the NFL world. We're going to hear from Adam Schefter on what that means for Bears fans because the news is about to drop any moment. Can't wait for that. The Colorado Rockies are making headlines, not because of their play on the field, but we talked about the 999 challenge that is sweeping the MLB, and we talked about the Rockies version, which I have some more info on that, and it's even more insulting to the fans. But also something else that they're unveiling, something huge. Oh, Scotty, it's the complete opposite of you. Stop it. We don't need to get into that yet. Legendary goaltender for the Colorado Avalanche, Patrick Waugh, got shit canned from the Islanders. And his team's about to make it to the playoffs, possibly? That's so bizarre. We'll get into that. Colorado Avalanche, Denver Nuggets. It's fun. We got a lot coming your way. So make sure you interact with the show any way you can. It does help the show to grow. Do appreciate that if you can do it, whether it's a quick comment, a quick like. Maybe you're on Apple. Give it a review real quick. I think I fixed all the issues with Apple. We should be good. So go ahead, check that out. Interact as you please. And I do really appreciate it. And what we need to do right now, guys, is go ahead and jump into the sports section.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for Sports with DeHuff.
Today's sports section is presented to you by Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. The Denver Nuggets are on a warpath. A freaking get out of my way or I'll blow you up. That was a good Arnold. I swear to God it was. I'm going to kick your ass now. As of right now, as I record this, they do play tonight against the Trailblazers. But as of right now, they've won 8 games in a row since my come to Jesus talk. Okay? You're welcome. When are teams going to realize that they need to pay me to just insult their players and tell them to get their heads out of their ass so they can find that high gear and actually earn some paychecks? When's it going to happen? I assume if the Denver Nuggets win a championship this season, I would assume I get a championship ring, right? Guys, anybody? Let's make that happen. Okay, let's make it happen. Here's what was cool the other night. I'm watching the Nuggets, and it was when the Nuggets were taking on the Spurs. And, of course, the big news is the Battle of Titans, which I'm sure the broadcasters – I didn't have the sound up all the time because I was multitasking, but I'm sure the broadcasters said that about 30 times. It's a battle of the Titans. Look at these two Titans go. It's like Godzilla versus whatever other fucking giant there is. Okay? Wemby and Jokic, epic battle. It was a great freaking game. But really, the great news, like I said, the Nuggets came out victorious in that one. But it was really good to see two big men play basketball the right way. Although there was and this wasn't Wemby's fault. Wemby is falling, and Aaron Gordon is like right next to him, and they called a foul on Aaron Gordon. He was already falling, Wemby was, before Gordon was even kind of near him. They reviewed it, guys, and they still called it a foul on Aaron Gordon. Makes no sense. Real quick, as a collective of all sports, can we do some competency? Intelligence? I'm stupid. I can't think of the word right now. Can we do a competent? I can't even say. Oh my God. Can we see who's smart, who's dumb? Get rid of the dumb guys, okay? Me smart, me stay. When it comes to referees and officials. Can we do that, please? Because there's a lot of freaking morons that are in charge of these games, whether it's in the NBA, MLB especially, NFL. When you review something, in all honesty, when they review something, I think the NFL tends to get it right more times than not in comparison to in comparison to the NBA. Now, with the addition of ABS, man, there's no room for error. This is freaking phenomenal. They're doing great with that. But the NBA, how do you review some of these plays and call it what you call it? Like, how far up your ass is your head, NBA refs? It's crazy. But going back, rewind, be kind, rewind. Jokic and Wemby, a great matchup. Two big men just playing great basketball. They both can flop at times. Let's not say they don't, both of them. But it was a great matchup. After the game, Nuggets head coach David Adelman was asked about the matchup between Wemby and Jokic, and this is how he responded.
It's good for sports. I mean, the way they both do it is completely different, and at the same time, it's its own unique, awesome thing. And like I said, that's what I was talking about buying a ticket to this. You're not going to see two people like this in many generations. The size of both these guys, and we were laughing at the jump ball. I mean, Jokic walks out. Jokic's a big guy. He looks like a guard, jumping center with Wemby. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just good for basketball, both guys, and this conference is so loaded. So, yeah, this is definitely a fan kind of game. Sometimes not for a coach, I'll tell you that much, because both guys can do things that are unguardable at times.
Thank you so much to David Adelman on that. Yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. If the playoffs started today, by the way, Nuggets fans, Nuggets would take on the Rockets. Nuggets are 3-1 in the regular season against the Rockets, so that's good news. That, on paper, seems to be a first-round win for the Denver Nuggets. Speaking of the playoffs, here's Stephen A. Smith of ESPN talking about the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs and what needs to happen.
Here's what I want to say about the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is that dude. Everybody, I don't know how many times this is before he became an all-star. This is before he became an all-star, y'all. All right? I've been saying this for years. That brother shows up in big moments. He shows up in the postseason. And if this brother, Jamal Murray, is clicking, Denver can beat anyone if he's clicking, because we're assuming Jokic is going to be Jokic. The combination of Jokic and Murray has such a profound impact. You can't omit or dismiss any possibility with the Denver Nuggets if both of them are clicking.
Big thanks to Stephen A. Smith and ESPN for that audio. Yeah, that's a big if. They're clicking. Now, can that carry through the playoffs? We'll see. Time will tell. But yeah, it can't be a one-man show. It can't be. If they want any shot at taking down the Thunder, because let's be honest, that's their big, ooh, shit. That's the juggernaut. Is as much as I can't fucking stand the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're the team to beat. If the Nuggets, or if somehow, some way, somebody else beats them, that's good news. That's great news, because that's the one. That's the one that's gonna give you a lot of fucking problems. And real quick, again, back to Stephen A. Smith. I cut out the first part of his rant, and it's him talking about Jokic and the MVP talk. And he made a case. He's like, listen, say what you want about all these other players. You cannot talk NBA MVP you can't talk about it unless you talk about Nikola Jokic, because what he does is insane. Now, that being said, he didn't make a stand on saying, well, it's clearly gonna be Nikola Jokic. It's gonna be. He didn't say that. I just did a Stephen A. Smith impression, kind of. Oh, my God. No, I don't know. He doesn't say that, does he? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. But the point is, Jokic is special, and he fucking averaged a triple-double for the season. He's like 2 points short of what SGA is averaging on the season for points. Oh shit, really? Come on. I get it. People are fatigued with Jokic being so fucking good, and like, you could justify it that he could have won it like 6 years in a row. Whatever. Okay, come on, man. He's legit. If he wins the award, he wins the award. Everybody else needs to play better. SGA, start passing the ball more. How about that? Instead of being a fucking ball hog. That being said, SGA and the Thunder are fucking rolling past people. What their formula is working. And as much as I hate their fucking guts, if I'm the Thunder, you can't change what you're doing. You can't, because you're playing too well. Patrick Waugh, legendary goalie for the Colorado Avalanche, was a former head coach for the Colorado Avalanche after his playing career for a little bit, has been the head coach of the New York Islanders. And with 4 games left on the season, the Islanders ownership, they're like, nah, we're going to fire him. Now, why did they fire him? The team has lost 4 straight games, 7 of their last 10, and was outscored 37-26 in that span, dropping them out of a secure playoff spot. Doesn't mean that they can't make it into the playoffs, which would be fucking wild if they ended up making it into the playoffs. I mean, because the new guy who, I can't remember, the guy that is replacing him, people say he's fucking amazing. Well, good, great. But it's kind of like what the Nuggets did last season, firing Michael Malone with a few games left, thinking that would cause a spark. That's what the Islanders are doing. They're hoping this kickstarts things and, gets a flame underneath the Islanders' ass, and they start playing better. Here's the thing. It's not going to work. Not to the extent that they think it is. It might get them to win a few games and maybe squeak into the playoffs. And at the end of the day, the owners are going to get enough money that they can go take a, higher level vacation, because they're not going to be deep in the playoffs. They're not. It's just kind of scummy. I can't imagine what that does for the locker room. if the locker room hated Patrick Waugh, then this is a good move. But I haven't heard that. I have not seen one whisper of that. That doesn't mean it's not there. I just haven't seen it. I used to have Patrick Waugh come in studio once a week when he was the Avalanche head coach. We worked out a deal. He would come in once a week and sit in studio with us. And he's a funny dude. Obviously, he speaks French. So there'd be times where I'd go get him, bring him into the studio, and him and his guy, I can't remember his name, they would be like, "Hey, Scotty, how are you?" And I'm like, "Good, guys, you ready to go?" "Absolutely." And then they'd be like talking to like all French Canadian stuff, blah, blah, blah. Right. And I'm like, are they talking about me? I have no idea. And they're like, "Hey, Scotty, how is the weather for today?" I'm like, "Good, coach." I couldn't make small talk with them, right? But it was always Waugh was hilarious because he knew that as the board operator and producer that you run the show. That's just the way it goes. Yes, you have the talent asking the questions, but ultimately I am the power. And he would always be looking at me and he'd always be telling jokes and be like, "Hey, Scotty, if you don't play that sound, I will come through the glass." Remember when Waugh was mad and he was hitting the glass and the glass fell over at the arena? It was after that. It was hilarious. He had a good sense of humor about stuff. And then like something like he would talk about fighting people. He's like, maybe Scotty and I go a few rounds too, maybe. And I'll be like, "Sure, coach." Maybe not, coach. "I'll come through the glass and I will punch you right in the face, huh?" I like Waugh. I don't know the, behind the scenes shit. Maybe he rubs people the wrong way, but I mean, he came in and he's elevating a roster. But every team goes through these tough stretches, and very similar to what happened to the Nuggets last season with Michael Malone. They go on a rough stretch towards the end of the season and trying to get a boost, you shit can them. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out for the Islanders. I don't think it's going to do jack fucking shit. If the playoffs started, by the way, the Colorado Avalanche, going over to the Avalanche, they would be playing the Nashville Predators. Regular season is a split with those teams. They've played 4 times. Avs have won 2. So, yeah. So chew on that. However you want to. Moj, what did you want to say?
Oh, butter my butt, call me a biscuit.
That doesn't contribute anything to the show, Moj.
Oh, butter my butt, call me a biscuit.
You're such a Mosier. Mark Mosier, enough. That is inappropriate. If you guys ever hear him say anything else that's funny like that, let me know. Either send me the clip or just tell me and I'll go track it down. Because what happens is his crew on Altitude TV as well as on the radio show, they give him things that they want him to say to be funny during a goal score like that. And it's fucking hilarious. There was one where something about a reindeer last year. I can't remember what it was, but it was hilarious. He does that shit all the time. So you got to let me know. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. Guys, we got plenty more coming your way, but real quick, it's a great time to have somebody come out and check your roof. Great time. And you're going to want to go with the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? It's Roof Goat USA. They've been in business for over 24 years. They understand what it takes to do the job right. Todd, trying to do the show. Trying to, promote Roof Goat USA, okay? It's not helpful when you start interrupting. I can't stay mad at you, Todd. Not when you say such sweet words like that. Anyway, Roof Goat USA, like I said, they've been in business for over 24 years. They understand the headaches that come with fixing a roof. And trust me, I've been there, done that. It sucks, especially when you're talking to the insurance company. Insurance companies are, I'm not going to say it. They're bad words at times, and they don't like to spend money. Well, guess what? Whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims, Roof Goat USA knows how to deal with all that crap. Whether you're in Michigan or Colorado, they got your back. They're going to help you out. And whether it's a residential building or a commercial building, they know how to deal with it. They can deal with any type of roof, whether it's metal, shingles, or whatever other kind. I'm not a roofer, guys. I'm not. That's why I got the Roof Goat USA in my back pocket. Are they in my back pocket? As in, like, I got a roof guy. Hey, do you got a roof guy DeHuff? I do. Roof Goat USA. I can say that. I don't know if they're in my back pocket. But anyway, here's the big thing with me with Roof Goat USA. I can't say this enough. They believe in their work so much that they're going to give you a 30-year guarantee on their work. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. That's the Roof Goat USA way. They're the best for a reason. They're the GOAT for a reason. Go ahead, contact the GOAT. Go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. Yes, Todd. I said roofgoatusa.com. Anyway, experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Good stuff. Adam Schefter was tweeting this out earlier. The Chicago Bears, I'm just going to read straight from his tweet. The Chicago Bears will decide where to build their new stadium in the next few weeks. This is according to league sources. If Illinois doesn't pass legislation for Arlington Heights soon, sources believe the Bears are likely to be Indiana bound. 2 proposed sites in Chicago are not considered feasible per sources. Next to Soldier Field for political reasons, and the land known as Michael Reese was evaluated and rejected by the NFL and the Bears. It's happening, guys. So it looks like the only thing is if the Arlington Heights situation doesn't go through, they're headed to Indiana. And you know what? In 5 years, nobody will give a shit. Right now, if you're born and bred Chicago fan, Chicago Bear fan, this is going to rub you the wrong way. Eventually, you'll get over it. You will. Sorry, but it's true. Indiana Bears, or whatever the fuck, wherever they officially end up. And if they take Indiana or whatever, it's going to be interesting. Sorry, my computer is not wanting to charge right now. I need a new computer eventually. This thing is like very old as shit. If somebody said, hey, you know what's gonna be good for your computer? If you add more coal to the fire, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. I haven't been stoking the coal flame on my computer. It's that fucking old. Some of you are like, but coal doesn't fuel a computer. It doesn't. It's run by a battery. Yeah, no shit. I'm saying it's fucking old. Oh, it runs off of steam. Scott, that's not true either. Okay. The Colorado Rockies unveiled the Glizzilla. Oh, they're catering towards Gen Z and Gen Alpha because they call hot dogs glizzies for no fucking reason. Why would you call a hot dog a glizzy? Because it glistens? That's fucking stupid. Anyway, the Glizzilla is a 1 pound, 23-inch all-beef glizzy on a 19-inch sub roll, and it costs $45. As far as the price goes, it's probably on par if you were to break it down and go, I want this many hot dog. Well, I don't know. It probably is. I'll tell you this, looking at the picture, the roll looks fucking delicious. I bet, in all honesty, I would never spend $45 on this. This can't be a one-person gig. It can't be. But I bet this thing tastes freaking good. Maybe, here's what we need to do, guys. This is a 2-person gig. Let's Lady and the Tramp do this shit. Let's do that. Come on. You get one end, I get the other. We'll meet in the middle, see what happens. And then some guy will be playing some, there was nobody playing music. It was just the music on the screen, right? I haven't seen that movie in forever. But yeah, you get some nice music going on in the background. You and I hammering a giant wiener, meeting in the middle. I posted the picture on Facebook, and James wrote, $45 for a big hot dog? I'm shocked anybody would buy that. Yes. I mean, here's where it might be beneficial. As a parent, you go and you get that big ass thing. It's 23 inches of meat and 19 inches of sub roll. You got like say 3-4 kids, you just cut that up. And I would have to go and do the math off of their menu. Is it more of a deal than we realize if you buy that, cut it up, give it to your kids, than buying every one of them an individual hot dog? Just saying. It might be. Somebody do the math. I haven't been to a Rockies game in a bit. I was there last year for the Little League parade, and I assume we're doing that again this year. I haven't heard anything about it, but and most likely I'll do it again. But I don't pay attention to the prices. You guys let me know. But here's what's interesting. So I don't, the Glizzilla. I told you I'm not a fan of the glizzy nickname for a hot dog. Makes no sense to me. So I'm like, what are some rejected names that they had to have gone through? Okay, I have my version, and I have what ChatGPT gave me. Okay, here are the ones I came up with. Imagine you going up there, be like, I'll have the hot dog of shame, because you would feel shame if you ate that all by yourself. Basically 2 feet of meat in your tummy. Shit, Scotty. You know who's been there? Connery? No, not cool. I was going to say somebody else's mother, not yours. Anyway, yeah, you'd feel so shameful after eating all that, wouldn't you? Unless you're a teenager or a college student. Because then you just be like, I haven't ate all day, just been drinking water, and I'm ready to slam some meat. Okay? These are the people that are going to do it. So more rejected names for the giant hot dog that's on sale at Coors Field. Dinger's Pride. Oh, I get it. It's like Dinger's giant wiener. Okay, I get it. The Gut Buster. Yeah, that would bust your gut. Jerome. Think about it. I'm just saying it's bigger. Another rejected name. Don't make eye contact with me. Because I don't want people looking at me. Quit looking at me. I'm trying to eat this. I feel so dirty. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I just had a visual of me trying to eat something, and just the disgusted look on people as they're watching. They're like, this is not his first rodeo, that's for sure. Jesus Christ, look at him. He's a professional. You know who he reminds me of? Aunt Carol. Aunt Carol can down 2-foot-long hot dogs at the same time, y'all. And I'm like, oh, he's joking. Let's see, what else? Hey, Scotty, how about this one? I wish he'd call me. Speaking of that, I need to call your mother. Connery, Jesus Christ. I wish he'd call me. Can I get the, I wish he'd call me hot dog? Yeah, you mean the 2-foot-long hot dog? Yeah. Now, when I put this into Chat GPT, said, give me some, as much as they can go over the line, they're censored on Chat GPT. They won't go way over the line. But this is what they gave me. The meat missile. Hey, wasn't that your nickname in prison? Yeah. These could also be prison nicknames. Oh, how about that? This is what they gave me. Rockies ramrod. The slugger stretcher. Ugh. I don't know if I want to think too much about that one. The no hands challenge. Oh my God, Chat GPT, you slut. I'm not going to use my hands when I eat this one. Okay, just my mouth. Gross. The text your doctor special. That's good. The weekend ruiner. Yeah, you eat that on a Friday or a Saturday, the next day's screwed. You're just going to be sitting at home, having bubble guts. Every now and then you'll think you're on the rebound. Next thing you know, it smells like bad decisions and hot dog in the room. And the last one that they gave me was meat sweats initiator. Yes, absolutely. That is going to give you some nasty meat sweats. If you got some alternate names for the Glizzilla, it could be the Glizzinator. If you got an alternate one, respond wherever you're consuming this. Like if you're on Spotify or if you're on YouTube or Facebook, go ahead and do that. Not all podcast platforms allow you to respond, or you can just hit me up on socials at DeHuff Podcast. It's okay to slide into my DMs with that 2-foot-long hot dog nickname. And then however you do it, at DeHuff Podcast, go ahead, do that, and I'll read them in an upcoming episode. Hey, real quick, speaking of junk in your trunk. Storms, bros. Scotty, you dirty dog, you. That's hilarious. It took me a second. I know. I'm quite creative. You're welcome. Storms Bros junk removal. If your home, garage, or office are looking like a disaster zone, that's okay. It is. Maybe you're doing some construction. You need somebody to get rid of all that just debris that you've been pulling out as you're doing some demo. That's okay. Contact Storms Bros Junk Removal right now. They can help clear the mess. Go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now and set up a free quote, and they'll help you out. I get it. Things pile up too. Maybe it's just a residential thing. You have kids. Things pile up. Next thing you know, you're spring cleaning and like, oh man, we got a lot of stuff to get rid of. That's okay. Dude, been there, done that. I get it. Whether it's couches, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, electronics, maybe you got a bunch of drywall, construction materials, yard waste, warehouse clearance. It doesn't matter. They can do it all. They're fantastic. They're amazing human beings, and they love helping you get rid of the mess and to relieve all that stress. So go to stormsbrothersjunk.com right now, stormsbrothersjunk.com right now. Get a free quote. Again, stormsbrothersjunk.com, or you can give them a call, 303-736-9404, 303-736-9404. That's Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. And what we should do right now is jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This comes in from Justin from North Glen, right down the road from me. Justin says, I don't want to be a jerk, but Angel Reese being traded to Atlanta for 2 first-round picks seems like Chicago stole from a baby. Yeah, that's like one of the big sports stories right now going on is Angel Reese, the arch nemesis of Caitlin Clark, was traded from Chicago to Atlanta today. And like he said, what was it? 2 first-round picks. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing, guys. I don't know enough. Reese is the queen of rebounds. Yes, most of which are hers. But honestly, I've never watched a WNBA game. I've seen highlights and lowlights. So I truthfully can't give an educated response. But I will tell you this. What's going to happen once she starts playing games for Atlanta? The hate will continue to spill, whether it's justified or not. Because that's how we roll as a nation. That's how we roll as a society. Just, we like to nitpick people and make fun of them. Based off of everything I've seen, she's not as good as she says she is. Talking to people that have watched her games, same thing. She's not as good as she says she is. But ultimately, I'm just regurgitating what somebody else has told me. I haven't actually seen it for myself. And to be honest, I I know this is a dick thing to say. I don't really have any interest in watching it. I just don't. I'm just now getting back into the NBA, and that shit still pisses me off at times where everything's a fucking foul. He breathed on me. Go foul. Go foul. Yeah, those guys could totally hold their own in the 80s. Fuck that. The NBA is such a soft sport. It is, for the most part. The whole, he touched me. Come on. I can't stand that shit. I know some of you guys will argue, but guess what? Don't care. You can call it a fat one. Or how about this? We got a special deal on a bag of dicks. Wee-haw! You get this bag of dicks for free. For free. Right now and go ahead and choke on them. God. But yeah, what was it? Justin. Yeah, I can't give an honest opinion about it. And I know they got their new contracts too, but until they get more consistent great players, when they're like the NBA and every team seems to have a superstar or a couple superstars, until then, I mean, they're really not going to compete. I know social media is trying to boost them. I know ESPN and other sports networks are trying to boost them and be positive about them. But, I mean, it's an uphill battle. Not to say that it can't happen, but at the end of the day, we as the consumer just want high-end product. And you start showing, because here's the thing, they show highlights, but there's a lot of bad highlights out there. You start doing compilations of somebody just going on fire like Jamal Murray style during a game, and you just show like, dude, this lady is just 3, 3, 3, or she's just doing some crazy moves and getting the bucket. You start doing that, and you really start pushing the just great play, the great skill, and tightening it up. I think people will start going, okay, this shit is good. And you just really try to avoid all of us posting negativity towards the sport. And then it's going to actually be like we're adding Miracle Grow to it, and it's going to start to flourish. But until then, it's just not going to grow rapidly. It's going to be a slow grow. And that's just because there's so many of us that are negative Nancy with it. And it's easy for me to fall into that as well. So anyway, let's see real quick. What is this? No, nothing good. Nothing good. All right. Thank you guys so much. That's it for the sports section from the Storms Bros Junk Removal Studios. Again, check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. roofgoatusa.com. They, of course, are sponsoring the studios. If you guys want to be a sponsor on the show, please hit me up, DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. Also, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com, whether you're in Colorado or Michigan, and they can come out, evaluate your house, see what's going on with your roof, and go from there. You guys have an amazing day. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.